Hey everybody, what's going on? I thought I would share with you what I'm doing in the sustained DPS version of Arena. It's working for me, and I figured maybe it would help anybody else that's struggling. I know sometimes some of them click for some, and some of them don't click for the others. The last one, the anti-air, for whatever reason, is not clicking for me. I'm having a really hard time finding any success in the anti-air DPS. It could be my roster. I don't think it's my roster. I'm just not playing it effectively, and it hasn't clicked for me yet. This one I feel like has clicked for me, so I'm making this video for anybody around the same place in the game that maybe is struggling with this version of Arena. But if you're in the same boat I'm in with the anti-air, it's just not clicking for you, maybe I can share with you what I'm doing, because I'm having pretty good success so far. Now again, I'm only in Gold 2, so we're not talking meta strats, we're not talking in-game, late-game stuff, but I imagine there's quite a few people, probably that watch my videos, that are around this area of the game. So we'll just talk about what I'm doing, man. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Now, I've done a few different versions of it, and I've kind of closed in on this. This seems to be the most successful version of it so far. I kind of want to play around with him, actually. I finally built him this morning. He's in the daily upload series, and we got through some Void Rift stuff with him. He is so much fun, so we might play around with him at some point, but this is what I've been doing, and it's been working really well for me. So if you don't have Comet, I think any decent damage dealer will be fine. I don't think it has to be Comet. Obviously, he's insane, but I think anybody that you can put on a platform that can do a little bit of AoE damage for you is going to be fine. AoE / decent damage in general. And then here, it doesn't have to be Valkyra. It's nice if you've got a fighter that you can put down that's got a little bit of extra range, because the way we're going to set this up, she's going to go in the background but help do damage. And it's just going to minimize the possibility of anybody slipping through the line that we're setting up. You are going to need a healer, and then Abomination's fusible, so I imagine everybody's probably got Abomination at this point in the game. And then everybody's got Wrath at this point in the game as well. So I think it's pretty obtainable. Again, Comet and Valkyra are great here, but like Absin would be fine. I don't know a lot about all the other fighters yet. I don't recall seeing too many fighters that have extended range. Maybe she gets extra range with her ult, Ulka, but yeah, I don't know. I can't speak to a lot of possible substitutions because I don't know a lot of the jams in the game yet. But the general structure is what we're going to talk about. So let's jump in. I haven't fought this team yet. Hopefully, we don't get in here and lose on the first one. But it's a fairly straightforward setup, and I've won a lot of fights with taking no damage. So we drop Abomination right here, and we let him do his thing. And we just start pumping out damage immediately. So people that are dropping their units back here, we're getting a pretty good head start on them this way. And then we're going to drop Wrath and let Wrath help him get him out of there quicker. And then next, we're going to go... Do we go healer next? I think sometimes I go healer next, but I think we can probably get away without going healer next if we really wanted to. We're going to skip healer, and we're going to drop Comet next, I believe. So we're going to drop Comet right behind Wrath. And then we're going to drop Vortex, and then we're going to drop Valkyra. Sometimes I drop Valkyra first. Sometimes I drop Comet first. I don't think it matters too much. I think it more matters when you drop Vortex. I don't think you want to wait too long to drop him. And we could probably get away without dropping him, but I figure we'll go ahead and get him out. And then Valkyra's going behind Abomination. We can probably save that ult. Yeah, I reckon we can save that ult. She's going here. And this is our little setup. And that way, it's pretty good about keeping anybody from slipping through. And we're getting pretty consistent damage across the board. And we don't really even get to see it roll because we are definitely winning this round. But like I said, I think pretty much every fight I've done so far, I've taken 0 damage, and we've won every fight I've done. So we'll do a few more fights. Maybe we'll play around. I need to read Abomination real quick, because there's a thing that happens I don't think I have his full kit committed to memory yet. Let me go read what happens with him. I feel like there's something that happens maybe when his HP gets lower. Can I access from here? I think this team has a higher power than we do as well. So what's the deal here? Freeze automatically for 25 seconds. Attacks all enemies. No. For every 3 instances of damage taken, increases enough. When HP drops below 40%, gains invulnerability and then restores HP. This effect can only be triggered 1 time every. Maybe we put Vortex down last and try to trigger that. Maybe that could be an interesting way to go. I love that I'm still seeing portraits of champions that I have no idea who they are, that I've never seen. That's fun. No, I don't think it matters. I love that I tried to drag him and it dragged the camera. Bummer. Straight up bummer, dude. I think it'll be fine, but he'll be a little bit late to getting damage out, perhaps, because I don't think he'll do damage now until they touch him, but versus when they enter the square. All right, we're gonna try this, putting Vortex down last and see how we feel about it. But yeah, it's a real easy setup. And again, I don't think it has to be Comet and Valkyra. Obviously, they're great. Oh, someone sort of snuck through there. And then we'll drop you. Hell, depending on how this goes. No, he's getting pretty low. We're going to save the ults for the next round. So that was pushing it. That was pushing it. I feel like if they scale up much higher, he might go down, and that could be a problem. So maybe Vortex does need to come out fourth. But yeah, this is one of the easier. I don't know what to call these. I keep saying versions of Arena, but it's not that. Game modes of Arena, where to set your team up closer to spawn. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more people doing that. Maybe it's just a rank thing. Maybe because I've been up in Gold 3 and pushed up kind of high in Gold 3 before. Maybe I was seeing some different strats, but I find it strange I'm not seeing that around here much. I'm also playing around with some other ideas. I don't really know. I don't know how good I think he would be in this. I don't know if this is a thing where he would shine. I feel like what we're doing is working pretty well. I guess we don't need to bother changing it. I do think Vortex needs to come out sooner, though. I don't think we can risk that. Let's see. Now, this team was significantly stronger than my team, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's see how this goes. But, like, yeah, you can get Abomination out and up here so much quicker. I don't know why. People aren't doing that. He's doing a lot of damage, though. We had a good head start, and they were closing the gap. All right, so I'm going to do Valkyra, actually. Just in case someone's able to slip through, I feel like she can stop them, whereas Comet can't. And then, yeah, Vortex next for sure. We'll go ahead and ult with her when stuff starts coming out as well. Like, I think they're doing more damage than me, but I'm getting a head start significant enough to stay ahead. Might as well. And then if we go one more round, we've got a Comet ult we can drop. So yeah, that's my little strategy for this, for the sustained DPS arena. And again, I think some of the parts are interchangeable. Wrath and Abomination, I think a lot of you have. A decent healer. It could probably be Madan if you wanted to. It could maybe even be like, it could probably even be like Dolores or something, and potentially you could get a damage bump occasionally. Because I feel like Dolores could cover everybody. Let's try one. Let's drop Vortex and go with Dolores and just see. I feel like she can cover everybody. The question will be, is her healing enough? I think she does a little bit of mild healing, right? Oh no. Is that greed? Not greed. Gluttony, perhaps? We can probably not drop her yet. We'll go Valkyra and then we'll go Dolores. Although that's getting Dolores out pretty late. But I think this is a better way to go to mitigate the risk of anybody slipping through. So she doesn't hit Valkyra, but that's fine. I think Valkyra kind of buffs herself anyway with her ult, right? Oh, is that dude that I pulled that I said looked really cool? And then I reckon I'll save Dolores' ult for Comet's ult. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's necessary. For how we're trying to time it, it might just be better to have the heals. And Madan could cover everybody with better heals, but again, the heals haven't seemed super necessary. And Valkyra's not really going to need them, so. I want that champ. I don't care what he does. I don't care how good he is. Dude's riding a dragon. I want him. As easy as that. Doesn't get any simpler than that. He's riding a dragon. I want him. You put an actual dragon down on the battlefield? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I want to do that. All right, I think it really doesn't matter. Maybe I could be utilizing Dolores a little bit better. I still don't have a ton of experience with her, so maybe I could be doing it a little better. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. So I don't know if this is going to help anybody or not. I don't know if anybody's struggling with this sustained DPS arena, but I'm gonna see how high I can push. I feel pretty good about what we're doing. So maybe we can break our record here and get higher than we've ever been in arena before. That'll be kind of fun. And I guess I can show gear if everybody wants to see gear. So my Abomination, as far as skills go, he is skilled up to the point of needing... Is it going to do one automatically or is it just going to take me to the screen? Okay. He's skilled up to the point of needing crystals. I have been pretty stingy with my crystals. Although I'm sitting on 11, so I could probably justify using some here and there. So perhaps we'll do that soon. Maybe on you. Maybe you will get them. I don't know. I have to think about who I want to give those to. Anyway. Most of my champions are skilled up to the point of needing crystals. All right. As far as gear goes. He's on... I put him on a life force set to give him a little bit of HP because I want to kind of use him as an offensive tank. So I go sort of hybrid with him, and I want to make like utilize the fact that he's got, I believe I heard someone say the highest base HP in the game. So I wanted to make use of that best I could. Try to sneak a little bit of crit rate in where I could, and then attack bonus, of course, along the back. And here, he happens to be on 2 Guardian pieces. I was not necessarily trying to complete a Guardian set, although I think maybe that wouldn't be a terrible idea, again, because we do want to, I am trying to use him as an offensive tank, so I was trying to shoot his attack up as much as possible, a little bit of HP. Does he have an artifact? He does. A lot of my artifacts that my champs are wearing are formalities, though. I'm just kind of throwing stuff on until I get more familiar with the system. Comet also skilled up to the point of needing crystals. He's wearing my Skull of Desecration. I could probably justify leveling that up a little bit more. Anyway, that's what he's using. In his gear, he's got the Calamity set. And then over here, attack bonus across the board. Oh no, he's got some crit damage there too. I think he's got crit damage because I didn't have an attack ring. Honestly, I think that's what happened with him. I'm hoping soon to be able to improve his build a little bit. Do I have an attack ring for him now? I've done a bit of farming. I might have one. Yeah. Could I complete a... What's this set? And what was the other one? A single... No, I wanted to have the sticks. No, yeah, we're good. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to hold off until I get an attack ring. Anyway, he's on the set that gives him some more AoE damage and attack across the board. Nothing crazy. None of my champs are geared crazy at all. Who else? Valkyra. I've done a whole video on her. I've got her on an attack speed set. It's working pretty nicely for me, actually, because I also had some decent pieces for her. And then here we've got crit rate, attack. Again, nothing crazy. Artifact on her. It's leveled up. That's what she's using. I don't know how good that is. Man, why? I think what's throwing me off here is if I go into gear, I have to back out. But if I'm in gear and then I just switch to artifact, I think I keep thinking I need to back out like I do from the gear screen. So that's Valkyra, Abomination, Comet. My Wrath is also on a Calamity set. We did lean into crit rate on him a good bit, so we got a crit rate ring on him. And then attack. So he's doing good. I'm actually very impressed with the damage he's putting out. I'm excited to get him to A5. I think I get my copy of him on, I think it's day 44 or something like that. And we just crossed into the second login calendar. We just hit day 30 very recently, so not too long. And I'll probably, after my summons, I'll probably give him crystals to get him to A4. And then with that last copy, we'll take him to A5. And then, I mean, you don't really need to see the healer build. HP sets, if you can swing it. I've got a Guardian set and then HP across the board. Or he's got a healing effect there, but just shoot his HP up best you can. And he's 5-star. So that's what we're doing. Artifact on him. I need to level up some of my artifacts. I probably need to go do some artifact raid. I think there's an event coming up shortly that's artifact raid. Maybe artifact raid and gear raid, I think. Maybe I'll lean into artifact raid for a change. Get some materials, craft some new ones, level up the ones I have, so on. But anyway, that's a quick look at the champs. I don't think the gear is a huge deal there. None of my gear is amazing. And yeah, hopefully this helps anyone that might be struggling with this sustained DPS version of Arena, I guess we're calling it. If you have any other tactics that you're using in here, I would be very interested to hear them. What kind of champs are shining for you? I've also got a Discord. If you want to hop into the Discord, we have a Watcher of Realms section that's very active. And I would be super stoked to see some of y'all in there sharing some of your team comps and strategies and stuff like that. So hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Second Thanksgiving video. And we'll see you